Tastes like fish oil. Welcome everybody back to another Boldcast reaction. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
And this is Naruto Shippuden, episode 203. What happened last time?
Last time, Sasuke is fighting, killing samurai, fighting the Raikage. That's all going on at the same time. Madara decided to talk to Naruto, but Kakashi and Yamato were ready for him. They've got him all tied up. Kakashi's like standing there with his Chidori ready to go, but he just wants to talk. It's totally fine. He's just gonna tell the story of Sasuke and Itachi.
I'm just disseminating. I'm just telling you what's going on. I don't have any.
I have no stakes in.
I just feel it's my duty.
I just feel like you have the right to know.
You have the right to know.
You deserve to know, Naruto.
For no other reason. Well, we're gonna see that, and we're gonna see the continuation of the fight with the Raikage and Sasuke and all those people. C, the sensory ninja, is under a genjutsu. Mm-hmm. Darwee's fighting Suigetsu and shit, and the Raikage is fighting Sasuke. And Karin was able to like start looking for Danzo as well.
But then she had to stop, or else. Well, she had to stop. But
Then C was under the genjutsu.
Yeah, so then
she
now she can do it again.
Let's go, Naruto Shippuden. Please leave a like and subscribe if you like Naruto, if you like our reactions, and if you want to see more, you can go to patreon.com/boldcast. That's linked in the description. If you just can't wait to see the next episode, it's over there right now. You can get a full week ahead, as well as uncut reactions. Let's go. Who do you want to win? Is there a side you want to win?
I don't know. I don't really care for Sasuke that much.
But do you want him? But his goal is to kill Danzo.
Yeah. But I also hate Danzo, so I would want him.
Oh shit!
Who'd believe a story like that?
He told the whole story.
Everything I said about Itachi is true. He died for Sasuke and for the Hidden Leaf Village as well.
What do you think of that, there, big man?
It doesn't make sense. If what you say is true, and Sasuke knows it, then why would he ever help the Akatsuki? I would think he'd return to the Hidden Leaf to carry on Itachi's will.
No.
As Sasuke's teacher and as his friends, you all assume that you know his true feelings, but you couldn't be more in the dark. He's the real thing. A true Avenger.
You made him that way, didn't you?
No, it wasn't me. Sasuke chose this path, all on his own.
You're a liar! That's not true!
I took a gamble on whether he would take on Itachi's will or seek revenge against the Hidden Leaf. He chose vengeance. That means he is one of my kind. Sasuke's goal now is to wreak vengeance upon the Hidden Leaf for what they did to Itachi and to the entire Uchiha clan.
Why would he? How did this whole thing turn into such a big mess? Why did he decide to choose revenge?
It couldn't be helped. It's the Uchiha clan's blood-soaked destiny of hate. It's a curse that has been passed down through the ages.
Curse?
That's right. A curse of hatred that began generations ago with the father of all shinobi, the Sage of the Six Paths.
Sage of the Six Paths.
That long ago,
That's nothing but a myth. The Rinnegan was simply a random mutation. That's all.
But myths are often based on the truth. The Sage of the Six Paths taught Ninshu, the shinobi creed, and tried to foster world peace. But his end came before he fulfilled his dream. The sage bequeathed his will and also his teachings to his two children, both sons. The older son had been born with the sage's eyes, granting him chakra powers and mental energy. He knew strength was necessary for peace. The younger son had been born with the gift of the sage's body, granting him stamina and physical energy. He knew love was necessary for peace. On his deathbed, the sage chose a single successor. His decision created the eternal curse of hatred that has continued for generations. The sage decided to choose not the older brother who sought strength, but the younger brother who sought love, and made the second son his successor. The firstborn, who had long expected to follow in his father's footsteps, could not accept this decision. Filled with rage, he declared war on his younger brother. Even as time passed and blood ties thinned, the descendants of the two brothers continued to battle. The descendants of the older brother came to be known as the Uchiha, and the descendants of the younger brother were called the Senju. As an
Lore.
Uchiha, my battle with the first Hokage,
Thick lore.
Hashirama Senju, was destined to occur.
Oh, the red and purple.
That's really cool.
This may be only our second meeting, but I can tell that you hold the Senju's will of fire within you. I can see the first Hokage enduring within you. Even in death, he lives on. He whom I so admired, yet was my rival, and the man I hated most. Senju and Uchiha, the will of fire and hatred. Naruto and Sasuke, the two of you. You are just the next in line to be chosen by destiny.
Pretty fucking badass.
Is cursed with a destiny of vengeance.
Oh, he just lost
Sasuke
it.
has shouldered the entire burden of the Uchiha's hatred and intends to strike deep into the world with that curse. That hate is his most powerful weapon, his friend, and the source of his power. That is Sasuke's ninja way.
That was a strong intro.
That's really cool. I like that. Like, oh, it's
The
all
lineage.
Yeah. I don't know. It's really cool. They use that like a lot in this show, but it's really good.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just makes it seem really cool. And like with that one going back like so far, like I was a little bit disappointed with like the Leaf Village history of like
Right.
that was like like so soon. Like their entire village history is so short.
Yeah.
That it wasn't that. There wasn't that much going on.
It was maybe like 80, 90 years max.
But then it's like this one is like since ninjas were a thing, basically. Like, since the first
sage
guy
created ninja.
made like everything. So that's really cool.
It is fucking dope. I think that's really awesome. I wonder if Kishimoto had time to plan it out, if he would have made, like, the son of the Sage of the Six Paths and Hashirama the same person. Maybe, like, if he could have extended it out, like, that long? I don't know. Because, well, it could have been, like, thousands of years ago. We don't know how long ago it was. But, like, it seems like they fill a similar role, you know? I don't know. Just from a writing perspective, I mean. Oh, and I loved when he was attacking with the sword, and the sword, like, went up in the air, he cast jutsu, and then it dropped. Lightning armor. So he knows about Kakashi's jutsu. He grabbed his belt. Fucking suplex him. Oh, fuck.
So that's the Raikage Shinobi Taijutsu.
Mmm.
No way Sasuke could have survived that.
Except.
We need reinforcements after all.
What is that?
Mangekyo Sharingan. Ooh, oh, it's so cool. Like flexes in his hair.
Maybe. Reinforcements?
Then you guys are all dead.
I think you're only gonna get in the way, you guys. He's like Super Saiyan.
I was just gonna say it's like he's in Dragon Ball.
Yeah, I was literally, yeah.
What's with Sasuke's eyes? Don't they look different now?
Don't look at his eyes.
You know, maybe I'm too vulnerable to lightning style. My body is too numb now to liquefy properly.
His chakra is
Karin is terrible.
He's at tail beast levels.
Tail beast levels of chakra.
Just with himself.
Yeah, there's a reason why he's Raikage. Dude, this fight is so dope. It's fucking crazy. What do you think that is?
I have no idea.
Oh. Oh, what a fucked up day to be that samurai.
Don't go near him.
Do not. Holy shit, what a fucked up day to be a
You
samurai.
guys need to get the you just leave. Just leave.
Just fucking run. Amaterasu cloak?
Shield of black flames.
Whoa.
His teleportation speed. If you can't keep up, then use a shield that can't be touched. Now he can't just recklessly attack Sasuke.
He's even more proficient with the black flames than Itachi.
How do you know? Wait, how do you know?
Well, it's true, but yeah, how do you know?
Any Uchihas in the Akatsuki! He went through it.
Damn, he's sacrificing his left arm.
He sacrificed his left arm.
Ooh.
His arm is fucking burning.
Flame control.
Yep. Ooh! Oh my god, Gaara's fucking...
Saved his life.
That's... Lord Kage himself. Pulling up fucking arms crossed like a...
The sand.
Gaara.
Whoa.
That's so dope.
So these are the eternal flames of the Amaterasu.
How fucking...
That guy's so lucky he's wearing so much armor.
Yeah.
There is no need for samurai to become casualties.
Thank you, Lord Kage.
Fucking Gaara's so cool.
Why do you interfere, Kage? Your answer will determine your
Your arm's still on fire.
If you had continued with your attack,
doesn't
the
give a
black flames would have further injured you. I wish to speak to Sasuke Uchiha. Boss! See, hurry and stop the bleeding. Then I'm going after Sasuke.
He wasn't even phased.
Oh, he's a medical ninja too.
He just cut off his arm.
His arm. He, like... And he was fully prepared and knew that would happen, like, with the attack he pushed through regardless. That moment would, like...
Which means that shinobi are still growing and advancing.
Oh, shit.
Your eyes are still as they were in the past.
I've changed, but you haven't.
Both of us possess the exact same eyes. I have come to realize that making vengeance one's bread of life does not resolve anything.
Tell him, Liam.
It's not too late for you. Don't withdraw into your own world obsessed with hatred, or you won't be able to return.
If I were to return, what is there for me?
Forget it, Gaara. Naruto already failed to convince him. He's not like you.
Just face it, this guy has no future.
Sasuke, you and I are quite alike. We both walked through the darkness of this world, so your eyes should pick up even the faintest glimmer of light in the past, or even at this moment.
I shut my eyes a long time ago. The things I seek now lie only in the darkness.
You're the Kazekage. Don't let your feelings interfere.
God.
Yes. I know.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
One day you will
So
probably
much.
end up. I'll throw Sasuke at you. The long, predestined battle. I'll have Sasuke validate the existence of the Uchiha.
Sasuke isn't just your toy, you know? Quit talking nonsense!
You think you can make Sasuke have a change of heart like you did Nagato? That's even more of a fantasy, Naruto. To control others, you must possess the ability to manipulate the darkness in their souls. Nagato just happened to be easily influenced. That's all.
Never compare yourself to Nagato! His methods were different than mine, but he truly wanted peace. You're different.
really your goal, to validate the existence of the Uchiha? And why collect the tailed beasts? What's your true
Get the
purpose,
information,
really?
Kakashi.
Just what do you want?
Well, if I wanted anything, it would be to be a complete form.
Complete form?
What do you mean by that? Talking to you about it now is pointless. I'll explain it at a more appropriate time and place. It was fun chatting with you guys. Later.
Piece of shit.
This fucking guy.
This episode is loaded with shit.
You block my Inferno style well, I'm impressed. Your ultimate defense is in good shape.
Found him.
Danzo's there too. I've gotta let Sasuke know right away. Except there are very powerful chakras all
Are you sure you want to out yourself? Oh.
He has a sensory type with him. It seems there's a sensory type ninja among our enemies. We're sure to reach this place at some point. What do we do?
For now, do nothing. When they arrive, we'll simply slip out amid the ensuing chaos.
Stop whispering among yourselves.
I love that Ao is not taking his shit.
I know the enemy has found this place, but you three are not to make a single move. We shall deal with the enemy.
Like the summit is finally getting interesting.
He's not wrong.
Done yet, Z?
A little longer.
Chopped off your own arms, sir.
Good. Now, Gale style, laser circus.
Gale
Laser
style.
circus.
Cyclone Side Jutsu!
That puppet still looks a lot like sorcery for my liking.
Gale style. Have never heard that before. Oh my fuck. And Konkuro's got the sorcery style puppet. Fucking.
Gaara, I've got an ultimate defense even greater than yours.
Yeah.
What is that?
The power of darkness.
A power that only those who have awakened the Mangekyo in both eyes can achieve. This is the third power. The Susanoo.
What do you think of that? The Susanoo. Which, by the way, just to remind you,
Is this the same thing that Itachi was using?
yes.
But his looks like way more evil.
It's also like a primitive version of it. If you can
'cause
see, it's just
Itachi's
the bones.
was like the whole.
When you saw it get built up and summoned, it was like first it was the skeleton, and then like the muscles came out, and like a titan like wrapped around it, and then an armor suit of armor came around it, and that was like Itachi's version. This is just the skeleton.
Yeah.
But it is it's the third power of the Mangekyo Sharingan. And he has flame control with the Amaterasu because he's using his fire style to control the flames.
So one of his eyes makes the flames, and then the other eye controls the flames.
Yes.
Interesting. Which really, I mean, he can only do one. It's like he can only do one thing, but he can do it like really well, basically. And it's brutal because he can make the shield. So if you literally can't attack him, or else you'll just. Well, you can't attack him, like, with yourself, or else you'll just catch on fire.
Yeah.
I cannot believe the Raikage just... Oh, I don't care that my arm will burn off. I'll just hit him anyway, and then I'll cut off my own arm. Like,
so nonchalant.
He literally didn't give a shit.
He was just like,
it was, and he
get this shit off me.
He stood there, but he wasn't even immediate like that. He was fighting with his arm still on fire. He was like standing there for a minute with his arm still on fire.
Gaara?
He's like talking. He's like, oh, okay, just give me a second. Shing.
Very
All right.
well, since I have downtime. He, like, if the fight was to continue, he would have just let it keep burning. How fucking hardcore is that? How dope is shit? I remember watching that.
It's like getting healed up, and he's like, oh, come on, how much longer is this gonna take?
Yeah.
It's like...
No, like, the pain is nothing. He was literally burning alive, and he cut off his own arm in one fucking slice. Like, it's looked pretty clean. He's using lightning to do it, so, like... But still,
I'm surprised it didn't like, well, I don't know, cauterize from the lightning. But maybe it's not.
Maybe he
it's
wouldn't
not
want to
hot
cauterize it though. That would
yeah, maybe
fuck it up even more. Then it's a wound that can.
I guess
reopen.
I guess he has a medical ninja right beside him.
I think that's why he didn't do it. He probably could have if he wanted to,
Mm-hmm.
being a master of lightning style.
Yeah,
But-
Sasuke.
yeah.
I love how Sasuke is just so out of it at this point that he's not even even at the beginning of the fight they were like, oh, he's gonna use fire style because you have lightning style. So he's not dumb enough to just keep using lightning style against someone who's way better at lightning style than him. But Sasuke just doesn't care. He just keeps using the lightning style. It's not working. It's not doing anything. And so then he busts out the Mangekyo Sharingan and starts using that because he's just like blinded by the hatred.
By hatred, yeah.
He's
It's
not
fully consumed him.
he's not thinking like, oh, I could just fight him normally, but in a more tactful way and with more strategy. He just doesn't care. He's just going
He's literally become what he hated to begin with. Like literally become that. Like Itachi wasn't even this.
No, he became what he thought Itachi was.
Exactly. Well, it's kind of like you had the insight in the Itachi Sasuke fight. That really struck me because I didn't think of it. The whole like blue versus red or blue versus orange, the lightning of Sasuke, him finding his own ninja way, his own way of fighting, being an Avenger, being cool and calm, but like driven towards his goal, not spiteful or hateful, but just at least all of his hatred is devoted towards one person, and he's not willing to kill anyone else or do anything else except to achieve that goal. Other than, I guess, Orochimaru, but he more consumed him rather than killed him, I guess.
Yeah.
But regardless, like, you had this thing of, like, Sasuke's using the lightning, that symbolizes his own path.
Yeah,
Itachi's using fire, and he's really good at fire. That's his main thing, and the Genjutsu, but, like, he's using fire in the fight. And then the extreme of that is the Mangekyo Sharingan, which is, like, the symbol of the fully realized Uchiha power, with the Amaterasu, which is a black flame that consumes everything. It's literally hatred personified. And he literally bequeathed that to Sasuke, and it made him stronger and is letting him survive in whatever he wants. But it's also like Itachi, in a way, in trying to keep Sasuke alive and possibly turning him into a hero, he also gave him the possibility of extreme depth of hatred. But like he literally gave him the Amaterasu when he like touched his forehead. So it's again, it's a double-edged sword. It's like it was a gamble, like Madara was saying. He could have turned into like a hero of the Hidden Leaf Village, or he could go down the path of hatred, and the power is what allows him to do either. And due to Madara's slight nudging, that slight manipulation, he went down the wrong path. But now he's fully realized the Uchiha prowess, or at least he's on the path there. He hasn't fully perfected everything, but
and like Madara's saying, he's just like, oh well, you know, it has nothing to do with me. And it's like, that's also true. Like Madara was responsible a little bit because he like also told some lies and was like messing with him.
As far as like what affected Sasuke,
that's what I'm saying. Like the truth is what really got to Sasuke, and that's why I like also sort of loop it back to Itachi as well, because it is also partially Itachi's fault, because setting Sasuke on that path of revenge since he was like what was he, like 7 or 5 or something, like that was like the original thing that got him to he was so focused, he had so much like hatred and like the revenge thing, but it was all pinned on Itachi.
But it's
and then after Itachi was gone away, he would have, if he like, I don't even know what would have happened if he hadn't found out about like the truth of it, because I still don't think he would have just like, oh well, that's done, I can go happily be the hero of the Hidden Leaf Village, because the path of revenge, like and like Gaara was saying in this episode, it's like nothing, you're not ever satisfied. If never be satisfied. You're never satisfied if revenge is your goal. Even when you get what you want, you still want something more. It's never fulfilling, you know.
Yeah.
So even if that hadn't happened, I don't know what he would have done.
It's hard to say. Like I said during the whole Madara expose, the Itachi expose episodes, he did, like, Sasuke was like saying Itachi was evil. He was an Akatsuki. He was a menace to the ninja world. All this shit. Like, like, his personality was such that he would just he felt defeated even though he got his goal. But like, he was speaking in a way of like, it's hard. You never know. I think Itachi, in a way, I think did the best thing he could, which is the sad thing, because what else was there? Like, if he didn't instill the hatred in Sasuke, then they, like, if Itachi's goal was, I want to protect the village, but above the village is Sasuke in my book. What if the village has conspired and ordered me to kill everyone and to kill my brother? It's like some Game of Thrones shit of like hate or duty versus, or love versus honor, or love versus duty, or whatever. Like, you know, it only goes so far, and at some point you have to protect ones you love, and if you aren't there to protect them, then they have to protect themselves. And if the only way for him to protect himself, even at the expense of the village, is for you to instill within him the hatred to strive for power, like, it depends on what your priorities are. And Itachi's priority first was Sasuke. He set it up in a way where if things went perfectly, and if he played the part perfectly, Sasuke and the village would thrive. But there was a rogue element there, being Madara, and it didn't quite work out the way that he wanted. But I think, given the circumstances, I think Itachi did the best he could with his priorities in line. Whether that was the right thing to do, it's hard to say. Yeah. Because the right thing to do in terms of, like, protecting the greatest number of people would have been to kill Sasuke. And then it would have been over with. And kill Danzo, possibly. And that would have been the best thing, but...
Imagine if he just, like... did everything, but then also killed Danzo and, like, the other people in charge, and then just took off.
Yeah. Well, can't get them all. Can't win them all.
Yeah.
Regardless, we're all of that to say we're where we are now, and Gaara is trying to get through to him. And,
yeah, that's pretty cool. Gaara is so cool now.
So fucking cool.
He's really cool. I don't know. We haven't really seen him that much since, like, we saw him in the first arc, but he was kind of, like, dead or, like, being kidnapped for most of the first arc, and then we haven't seen him since.
Yeah, because his arc was completed in part 1, and now he's just kind of a guy that we like.
But now he's just, like, super cool. He's you know, a really good leader, even though no one respects him because he's young, but he's, like, genuinely, because he, like, was going down the wrong path for so long, he, like, deeply understands the hatred and the evil in the world. So, and because he truly...
And betrayal.
Yeah, and because he truly understands that, he's able to, like, go in a positive direction, like, and make that choice consciously, and, like, know what the alternative is.
And he can see where Sasuke is better than anyone, really. Like, possibly even better than Naruto at this point. Like, Naruto, in the right set of circumstances, might be able to understand it, and especially after going through the whole thing with Nagato. But Gaara is there, and it's like, Sasuke can't say the same shit that he did to Naruto or to other people of, like, you don't understand. Yeah. It's because Gaara opens up with that. It's just like, I understand. I know what you're going through. I know what this feels like. You can't say that I don't. So Sasuke can't be like, he can't argue against it.
Yeah, it's like, I know what you're I know how you feel, but, like, if you continue to make these choices, I will strike you down because
we both know where this is going. And because I've been where you are, I know that there's a possibility for light. But Sasuke's just like, I've shut my eyes to the light a long time ago. Like, all that I seek is in the darkness. And yeah, there were so many good lines and monologues this episode. It's fucking crazy. And and it's just sad because Sasuke has no ground to stand on. in terms of a argument with Gaara on like what they're talking about. But Sasuke's past the point of logic and reason and argumentation. He has nothing to
Gaara
reconcile.
can kind of see that as well.
Yeah.
Like, he like sheds a tear and then just like the sand comes out. That was really cool.
Lucky for the Raikage, he didn't have to lose a leg too because of Gaara.
Yeah, I know. Gaara
sand.
and that samurai dude got saved.
That was an epic save.
That was so good. He was
like burning
so
alive,
lucky.
trying to what do I do? And then they shred up the armor with the wind style, then immediately use chakra threads to pull it off.
That's really good. The sorcery puppet, is that actually a like?
I mean, with what we saw in the sorcery fight, if that little heart thing got inside another puppet, it would just start looking like sorcery. So maybe they went to that battlefield after,
And he had multiple puppets that
and he had like summoning scrolls that he used there. So maybe they analyzed the summoning scrolls and found out where his stash was, and then went there, studied everything. Kankuro probably learned a lot in terms of the arms race and the puppet core and everything. I'm sure, because all of sorcery's work could have been collected at some point and given to the puppet core in the Sand Village. And Kankuro's presumably the leader at this point with Chio gone, or I guess Chio was retired. But anyway, whatever.
Yeah,
cool as shit is what it is.
Madara being all creepy, telling Naruto everything. The backstory we already kind of talked about that in the OP, but that was really cool as well. Sage of the Six Paths Sons. It's your destiny, basically. It's just been happening over and over and over and over again forever.
And the Senju and the Uchiha, even though the Uzumaki clan is not the Senju clan, it's a different clan.
No, but it's but he said it basically just like the will of fire, like the belief of that belief versus this belief
passed down from all the Hokages, that guy to all the Hokages and all the clan and everything, and then obviously through Tsunade and believing in Naruto and Kakashi being a student of the fourth Hokage and him being the son of the fourth Hokage as well. It's all kind of connected.
Yeah. That's
dope
interesting.
Dope as shit.
We also and then Madara also just left, but he also was like saying some weird shit. But he's like, "Oh, I'll give you a little teaser of what my plan is. However, I'm just going to leave because
he wants to be a complete being or
whatever that means." I'm assuming it has something to do with. I'm like always on about like body swapping, but I'm assuming it has something to do with that because he's old. And he like maybe like needs a better body. Like I'm assuming that I'm just going with my theory that the body he's in right now is not his like 120-year-old self. At some point along the line, my theory during the time that Itachi was killing all the Uchihas, he like was also there and he like stole one of their bodies or some shit.
Oh.
That was my original theory. So if that's the case, then maybe he like needs a new one. I don't know. Something, but I feel like it's something to do with that.
Crazy shit. A lot of stuff going, a lot of theories.
Yeah, and Naruto. Yeah. I wonder like what they're gonna do now. Are they just gonna take off to try and catch Sasuke as he's at the place? I don't know if Madara told him that he was there.
I don't think. Then we didn't hear any mention of that.
Yeah. So I don't. Naruto's like, oh, I can't believe that, but I think it's very believable at this point, specifically to Naruto, especially because he already had a glimpse of that Itachi was not what he seemed.
Yeah.
We saw the full flashback of when they were talking together. And Naruto was obviously really confused about that still. And then hearing the full story from Madara, that would like fit right in there of like, oh, that makes a lot of sense. Why he like never actually killed us or like did anything, and then why he like gave me some weird cryptic interrogation and then just left without doing anything and then died.
And gave him some of his power.
Yeah, so yeah, but I don't know what Kakashi, like, I don't know how Kakashi or Yamato feels about this, because I don't know.
That's a lot to swallow for them.
That's a lot because they didn't have any. They don't have any like basis for like where they don't have the insider information that Naruto does that Itachi might have not actually been evil. They're just hearing like, oh yeah, that guy who like slaughtered his entire clan, by the way, that wasn't his plan, that was actually your guys' leaders, that's actually your current Hokage, and your former Hokage, and the council members were all responsible for that.
It's a lot to swallow, especially knowing the third Hokage and being like, oh, the professor, the old man, you know?
Yeah. If it was like, oh, it was just Danzo, they'd be like, yeah, okay, you want to...
So you're telling me that the professor, the third Hokage, the village's grandfather, and my teacher's teacher fucking ordered the slaughter of hundreds of people in his own village.
Yeah.
Because to quell a secret uprising that Itachi was a double agent for. You expect me to believe that the old man had a hand in that, but
at the same time, like, I don't know. I feel like I don't know. It's weird, and they'll probably put it together. It's like, I don't know.
Only one way to find out, unless you have more theories. Do you have more to talk about?
I think that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Alrighty. We're moving right along. Hope you guys leave a like and subscribe if you like the theorizing in Naruto Shippuden. And if you want to see more, you can subscribe. And if you want to see more right now, you can go to Patreon and get a week ahead if you're already on Patreon. Thank you very much for your support. And you can also get the uncuts. Those are also, little known fact, it's not a promise on our Patreon, but it is a thing that I do where I post all the uncuts at the top of the week. So if you want to get extra early, you can go to our $10 tier and get the uncut reactions there. Those are also posted a week early. So check that out. But we hope you leave a like and subscribe. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
And we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.